Bone hair shaver, $14.99. Gosh.
God. We're the bone hair harvesters. Welcome to our show on TLC.
Get ready for your skin to melt. Sorry, janitor. The face
Stop playing that Prince song.
If we just try to make everyone's face melt in the first 20 seconds, if we don't, we know we've lost them. Just can't do it, so we just walk up the stage.
Pretty much. So like, you guys did, okay, bye. Thank you so much for coming.
I mean, When Doves Cry could melt faces. I mean, what? It's a number 52 song on Rolling Stone's 500 greatest songs of all time.
Fitting. I think it's a good spot for it. Maybe a couple numbers up, maybe in the low 40s, but I think that's a great spot for it.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Absolutely, I'm all for it.
So I have some friends that are just massive music. No, I'm not going to say snobs, just aficionados. They do thumb their nose at pop music, even though I do think pop music is an art. So I don't think you should thumb your nose at pop music because the beats, the lyric, like the repetition, there is an art to it. Mm-hmm. But they're like, Rolling Stones 500 greatest songs of all time just came out. And I don't know why, I was just messing with them. I'm like, oh, cool. I was like, Steve Miller's The Joker's got to be number one, right? And they just froze. Like, it was like they glitched as robots. I was like, it's a great song. Like, I'm a joker, I'm a toker, I'm a midnight smoker. Like, come on. And they just, I've never seen a look on someone's face ever like that before. Like, they acted like I, killed.
Terror.
Yeah. But I remember saying that. And I'm like, no. Like, and I got kind of annoyed that they thought I was serious, but I guess I said it in such an earnest tone. Mm-hmm. But I like that song, but it was a good moment in my life because I really shook some people.
You showed up and you were like, hey, look, I'm a bit of a mad dog. Easy, Mark, easy. They're throwing 45s of it at you to calm you down. Easy, boy, easy.
I do have to be careful, though, because sometimes I go on shows and they're like, Mark Hoffmeyer is going to blow this thing up. I was on the Ramblin' Ramblers podcast and I completely obliterated their outline. The poor guys. Mm-hmm. And I talked about possums and an R-rated Speed Racer movie featuring the cast of the Rollerball remake. I guess I edited it all out. But I completely blew up their format. So I guess I guess that's what I do. But sometimes when people expect me to do it, I take the most obvious pick first just to mess with people. That's even more mad dog. Because
that's the mad doggiest.
Because if you get pegged as just being the mad, I don't want to get pegged as the ultimate mad dog. I just want to be pegged as, at all. Like, I can't read this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Ooh, is it better to be a loose cannon or a mad dog?
I'd say mad dog because a loose cannon seems like you would stab somebody in a bar fight. A mad dog is more of like that guy. Just like mad dog's chill. Like mad dog gets things done. But Mad Dog also realizes that it's also a nice dog. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if he needs to turn it up, he will, but he doesn't. He never feels the need to. He just knows it's there if he needs to tap into it. But he doesn't brag about it or show it off. Like people just know.
Mm-hmm. Like Mad Dog makes homemade granola. A loose cannon would never do that.
Exactly. I'm sorry, you threw me off. Homemade granola.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
That's the perfect example, dude. There's no.
A loose cannon couldn't handle it. Like you gotta really, you gotta bake that stuff for very, you can't. You gotta be exact. And a loose cannon.
There's a patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. A loose cannon doesn't have the patience, but a mad dog does.
Yeah, exactly. Because a mad dog doesn't imply that you're mad all the time. It just implies that, you're kind of a mad dog. Mm-hmm. But a loose cannon, like, you're on a hill, and you can't move, and you either get a mad dog unchained or a cannon unchained, and they're rolling towards you. Like, give me the mad dog all day. I'm not going to be hit by a loose cannon.
Mm-mm.
The
weight alone.
Yeah, and like when it blasts and it shoots back, not the ricochet, like the what's the word on the
recoil?
Loose? The recoil. I mean, when a dog barks, it doesn't recoil. Mm-mm. But a loose cannon, it does.
Yeah, you gotta look.
Everyone, the people behind you feel it when you're a loose cannon, and they don't.
But not in a good way.
Yeah.
Not in a good way. It's like, oh no. Whereas in Mad Dog, it's like, oh yeah.
Can you believe Mad Dog last night? He got us free tickets to the Celine Dion concert. And can you imagine, Loose Cannon, he got us kicked out of the Celine Dion concert.
Yeah, the Celine Dion concert. He fought Celine Dion. He jumped on stage.
She didn't sing she wouldn't sing My Heart Will Go On.
She ducked it, and she said, this fist is going to go on your face, and then she beat the hell out of it.
She wouldn't sing, she didn't want to sing Man, It Feels Good to Be a Woman. I'm like, yeah, that's Shania Twain. Oh.
But didn't they both sing it at the Diva special sometime in, like, I don't know, 2002, 2003? I don't know, man. You're being real specific right now.
Loose Cannon.
Yeah.
Mad Dog would research it.
He would. He would take the time. Actually, guys, it was 2001, and it was a medley.
Who wants some Bud Light?
Exactly. Loose Cannon will be like, hey, I found this puddle of still water. And it's like, no. No, thank you.
And also, without When Doves Cry, MC Hammer couldn't have sampled it for Prey.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know he sampled. I didn't know anybody had sampled that song.
And it kept Dancer in the Dark from being number one. Or from reaching the top spot. Which is kind of crazy.
Dancer in the Dark, the Bruce Springsteen. It's Dancing in the Dark. Who's
Dancer
in the Dark?
Well, that was Bjork, wasn't it? Wasn't that a Bjork movie?
That was a Bjork movie.
Was it Gaspard?
Oh, that was a Lars von Trier movie, wasn't it? Oh, man, that was a bummer of a movie. I'm remembering it now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, good old Lars von Trier. You want to have a great date night? Put in, the Jack movie with Matt Dillon.
Oh, The House of Jack built?
Yeah. It's like a skin wallet. We covered that movie on the flicks. It's a good episode.
I was going to say, I do enjoy that movie. I understand what it is, and it's not so much for the gore and everything. It's definitely the satire of it all. But it's Lars von Trier for sure.
When it goes to hell and, Dante's Inferno, it's beautiful. Yeah. I love it down there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just beautiful. I love how it goes. And that poor Riley Keough, geez Louise, a lot of pizza. Pizza.
Yeah, good gracious.
That's one of our more popular episodes. It's kind of neat. I never know what's going to be popular on MFF. And then, Never Back Down recently has been a very popular episode. I don't understand why certain, The Dead Don't Die and Escape from LA are our most popular episodes in the last year. So that's, I don't know. It's interesting what movies people love listening to, or episodes. The House of Jack Bill's one of those. When Doves Cry. So what do you think? No baseline? What do you think? Granola.
I just dig the song, and I think Mad Dogs all across the world dig it too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, okay, so I guess I'll close it out with Purple Rain then.
Yeah, classic.
I mean, if we didn't add Purple Rain in our Purple Rain pick, that wouldn't be cool, would it?
Be less than ideal.
Yeah, people would think that. You know what? People would think that we're being controversial, or I don't want to be that guy. Like hot take.
Yeah.
Biodome is better than Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is not that good. Shut up. So it's, I gotta take Purple Rain. The performance in there, how everyone starts swaying. I mean, listen, the extras in Purple Rain do such a fantastic job of keeping their energy up during these films, because shooting these is not easy. And I think they keep their energy up. I love that scene. I love how he finally becomes a team player. And not only is it a good song, but it also really nails the ending of that movie. Or, well, they play more songs after that, but it's still cool. He becomes a team player. You belt this out. Perfect. Purple Rain. Love it. So good.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Now, I will say, Purple Rain being here in Baltimore and the Ravens being purple, we hear a lot of it, especially on a loss. So sometimes it loses its power and its grandeur, but in the spring and the summer when they're not, hitting you with it a whole lot, it feels good to hear. It's just a great, and sometimes you even find yourself kind of swaying back and forth, and even on some of the oohs you're in on there, it's just pleasant all around.
No, I love a good power ballad. I love power ballads. Give me power ballads. So, yeah, that's what I'm all about.
Absolutely.
All right, last one, Tron.
Last one for Tron. This one, like I said, is going to be a little more on the horror side, and that's Fall.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's something. I like the manic energy. It's just, it sounds like someone's just screaming the whole time. And there's something about it. It's got I don't know. Derez has that cool energy of like, hey, I'm going to dance, whatever. But Fall has that energy of like, I need to get up and run because something is coming. It's that immediate adrenaline shot. It's, if I'm laying down, no one's going to Pulp Fiction style me with a needle of adrenaline. Oh no, they're going to Pulp Fiction style me with Fall. They're not going to hit me in the chest. They're just going to run over and press play. But it's going to have the same effect where I'm just up and running and doing. And it's just, sometimes you just need a song that's pure energy. And this is definitely one of those songs.
I wrote a terrible note for it, but it's like bum 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 bum. Like I didn't know how to spell that, so I just wrote bum 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 4 times. But you know what I'm talking about, right? For this song.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then I wrote baller. My notes for this song are bum 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 violin baller. But it's perfect.
That
like
sounds
I don't know,
about
like right. Oh, so that's a good song. You're right, and it does have, it's in and out, and it does hit hard. You're gonna get Pulp Fiction with it. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get Reservoir Dogged.
No.
Or Hateful Eight. Aided.
You're not gonna get Hateful Eighted.
Or Biodomed with it.
No.
Brother. No, but you know what's funny? I really wanted to talk about this song, and I was trying to I don't know, I was trying to figure out how to spell out how it sounds in my head, and I completely failed at it. But yeah, I'm so glad you picked it, because that was one of my main ones. So you know what's kind of crazy is, of all the ones I really wanted, I think they're all picked, and that makes me happy. And my last one's just Tron Legacy, the end titles. That's a good one. Yeah, I just dig it. I think it. I wish how'd I write it down? Probably yeah, I can't even read that. But it's I just love how it ends. Once again, it's just, I think it's a really solid way to get people out of the theater. I think it hits pretty hard. It's quite long, which I enjoy. I mean, it's 3 minutes and 18 seconds, but it hits, and I dig it. And I think it kind of brings back the comfort of prior songs. You remember what hit you earlier in the credits, and it leaves you just feeling on a high. So that's why I'm happy with that one. I'm gonna take that Tron Legacy end titles.
And it's so great, and like you said, it's just that encapsulation. It's like, oh yeah, it's reflectory. Is that a word? It reflects on what you just saw, but it doesn't do it in such a way where it's like, hey, we're just playing the hits. It's those subtle like themes and everything. You're like, yeah, and it hits. What great picks all around.
And I'm someone who, I worked in movie theaters, and so I listen to the final songs in movies a lot. And so, let's see, in Slither, there's that one song. It's like, "Baby, I love you, but leave me the F alone." Like, that's like a song that plays on the end credits that I've always loved. I think it's American. Let's see, one of the American Reunion movies, but it ended with Matt Nathanson, the song "Laid." It was a cover of "Laid" playing in the credits that I could always listen to. So I love a good credit song, and I always enjoy listening to those. And I think I didn't clean theaters at this time. I wasn't working in theaters anymore, but this would have been cool to clean popcorn up to. Like, I think it would have kept you pretty jazzed. So I'm doing that. So now,
I feel like a lot of end credit, end title songs don't do that anymore. They try to do it visuals, like, Marvel, they always try to do, a mid-credit stinger or like a 3/4 stinger, and obviously an after-credit stinger. And they've trained those audiences, and they know, like, hey, I got to hang out to, figure out the tease or what's going to happen next. But I don't want to say regular movies, but every other film out there, they don't really have that fun, like, hey, here's a fun song. It's more like, here's a random song, but we're also going to do, pictures over it, or like animated films. That makes sense to show the character, and then the actor or actress, whomever did their voice work, they'll show up with it. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that, Diedrich Bader was in this, or I didn't know, and it's
Diedrich Bader, Beverly Hillbillies, Jim Varney. Euro Trip. That's funny. Right. Diedrich Bader? I love that guy. Veep.
Deep Pool. Great. He's great, though. Like, he's one of those actors where you're like, who is that? But then you look them up, you're like, oh my God, I love that guy.